Bees sometimes appear, perhaps in your drinking cups, or in your shower. Dream bees can appear anywhere in a dream, and maybe your dreams are made of bees. And maybe you have questions about dream bees. For this you will need understanding. For this, you will need a dream guide for understanding dream bees. Your friend at Dream Guides will now help you understand dream bees. Like you, dream bees are full of questions. In fact, if you were to capture a dream bee during your dream and cut the bee open, you would find many questions inside. Yes, dream bees are made of these many questions. This is why they are curious. They want to know so much about you. Dream bees are a symbol of effective communication. And effective communication requires listening to answers. Sit in a room with any bee, and the dream bees will always ask the following 3 questions. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? If you could hear what one person is thinking for a day, who would you choose? What do you think Victoria's Secret is in your dreams? Have you ever seen a group of bees and their intricate modes of communication? And often this takes place in the form of dances. Though you may wonder, what music do dream bees listen to when they dance? To our ears there is no music, and still the bees dance. And maybe there is no music outside of the dream bees, but a music within the dream bees. Cut open a bee and look inside. You will find songs. Yes, dream bees are also made of bees. But maybe in a dream you are the bee, and you are offered a job as a swimming instructor, which pays more than your current job as an office instructor. Think of this as usefulness being rewarded. Because there are many more waters in the world than inside of offices. You are a bee and you will be saving lives by teaching the skill of swimming. While the ability to swim through an office is important, think about what would happen if an act of magic occurred, and the office were to fall into water. Well, as a bee who is also a swimming instructor, you are trained to survive the combined swimming environments. If I were in the office, I would stay close to you and observe, because I am unsure that I would be able to survive the combined swimming environments. Often when we dream of bees, it's a sign that we may want to observe our own social arrangements and our place inside our own social arrangements. It is perhaps that we are our own bees in life. Think upon this during your awake hours. Are you buzzing? Are you collecting pollen? Are you stinging? Are you doing these things in a metaphoric or plain way? Inspect your interactions with your co-workers. If you are acting like a bee during your awake hours, it is no wonder that you are dreaming about bees. Change your life accordingly. The appearance of beehives in dreams can help to remind us of an efficient living space and excellent architecture. Dream beehives are symbolic of structure and order. We think about our homes as hives. In dream time and awake time, here is another item for thinking. A dream of bees within a beehive may be a message to establish some organization within the home. Is your home without organization? Is your bedroom connected to the kitchen? Is your kitchen in the bathroom? Does your hallway continue on infinitely without end? Perhaps you should consider that you are not in a hallway at all, but a tube of the afterlife. Perhaps you are dead. A question you should consider is if you are in fact dead at this very moment. But if the hive is empty, without bees, without honey, without a queen, and you find it inside of your house, then you may be worried about a sorrow, or your worries work to forecast a sorrow for yourself. But if the hive is empty, without bees, without honey, without a queen, and it was delivered to your house in a box and wrapped up like a gift, then it is a sign that you are ready to become the queen bee, to make other bees, and to be showered with honey. Look for the return address on the box to see who sent the gift hive. Remember to thank that person when you wake up. If you sent the box to yourself, remember to thank yourself in the mirror when you wake up. But perhaps in a dream, you are the bee, but you are actually a burglar. There are bees like these in dreams. Bee burglars. And there you are, as a bee, and a burglar, hidden inside somebody else's closet, trying very hard to be quiet, because if the homeowner finds you, they will call the sheriff, and the sheriff will haul you out of the closet, and make you sit under bright lights, and make you answer questions about every unsolved missing chicken report in the county and maybe even the country, because you are in an area with a high amount of chicken farms, and many chickens have gone missing, and the sheriff has yet to catch anyone for any crime. He will ask you how you like to eat chicken. He might ask if you like light meat or dark meat. He might ask you how you pluck a chicken, because for as long as he has grown up around chicken farms and chicken farmers in the county, he never had a stomach for the killing and plucking of chickens. But he wants to know, because like you he feels like a bee burglar, stealing away inside the safety of the minds of his townsfolk, all of which think that if it came down to it, that if the sheriff was the only one around to pluck chickens, he'd be able to do the job. The chickens would be plucked, and then whatever else happens to the chickens after, the sheriff would ask you what happens after the chickens are plucked, because he honestly doesn't know. And you don't know, because you are a bee burglar. Your skill set is completely different from a chicken thief. So as a bee and a burglar you must remain quiet in the closet, because the sheriff might ask you to answer questions for the rest of your dream. And it is hard for you as both a bee and burglar to remain quiet, because you are made of music. Another fact. Bees in a dream are lucky unless the bees sting you, in which case dream bees are unlucky. Sometimes there are disturbing types of dream bees. Sometimes dream bees appear in your dreams as shadows the size of moving vans. You'll hear the shadows buzzing behind you. You'll be curious about them, and want to peel back the shadow skin to look inside the bee, to see what makes up the inside of a shadow bee. And inside the shadow bee the size of a moving van is what looks like the interior of a moving van. But at the door lay the skeletons of humans, bodies of people who were locked inside the shadow. Of course you will feel terrible for the skeletons. Of course you will think to yourself, what a terrible way to die. Of course you will want to remove them, identify them. Let the families of the skeletons know you found the bones of their lost loved ones. But do not enter the shadow the size of a moving van, because as soon as you do, the door will close and lock and you will be inside of that darkness, and will become a skeleton, lost from your loved ones for a very long time. And some dream bees are made of these too. And maybe you are a bee that is interested in mysteries. And maybe there is a mystery at the haunted castle in town. And maybe your idiot brother, who is also a bee, follows you to the haunted castle. And you lose your idiot bee brother in the haunted castle. And your mother never forgives you for this. And years later your idiot bee brother returns, but now as a vampire bee brother, and he goes through your hobby room clearing the shelves, knocking off your starting lineup figures, and they break on the ground and you loved them. Especially the Mark McGwire 1999 home run record breaker figure. Even though there is an asterisk that floats around his name in your mind. And inside of everyone's mind now, and sometimes you forget about the asterisk, but then in the distance you see a blur. When you focus, the blur becomes an asterisk. But remember, the asterisk is the B of punctuation. Whenever you see an asterisk, listen closely, and you will hear it buzz, and then you remember your idiot vampire bee brother in your hobby room. And then you capture him in the closet, and wait until the sun rises to look at him. For a moment you see his face, then it vanishes, and he leaves behind a body shape of ash, and a green t-shirt he borrowed from you when you lost him. And you didn't know he wore that shirt under his jacket. And you start crying because you didn't remember missing that green t-shirt. And then you wonder if you die every time you fall asleep. And wake up as you, but maybe a little different. A you that forgets things. And if this goes on long enough, how many things do you forget? You wonder about how many things you will die away from over the course of your bee life. And that is how you think of it. Dying away from your memories, and now you have the shirt and it no longer fits. And your bee brother is lost again, and all of your hobby items are broken. And they are really now just plastic junks in the shapes of athletes you will never meet. And you feel sad. And you resolve to try harder at your job. And you'll try to make a son of your own. Maybe 2 sons, and maybe they won't like mysteries, and maybe you'll go back to the haunted castle one day soon, and maybe you'll burn it to the ground. Maybe you are this type of bee sometimes. And that is okay. This has been a dream guide for understanding dream bees. Dream guides are written and recorded by Chad Redden.